Hey, what's up? My name is Tom Misery, watching my channel Misery 14, and I'm here doing a review of Married to Medicine LA Season 1, Episode 2. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so we get Dr. Britton and Mac. They were the first one I opened up. We remember correctly, last week, Dr. Britton is in LA looking for a stable income in LA, more opportunities for a job because she's an anesthesiologist. So there's more opportunities for her to do every work than she was in Atlanta, Florida, and find a home. So I guess the home she's living in right now is probably a rental home or whatever she's doing, but that's not a permanent home for her kids. Which I don't know why. This look like a nice house, but it's not that. And we get more why that's not the house they're gonna be living in. All right, and Mac, her husband, if everybody's saying that he doesn't work, he does work. He's a real estate developer, so he can find work whatever he can with his real estate properties and stuff like that. He's gonna find work, and he's there full time with the kids in Orlando, Florida, raising the kids by himself, taking them to school, do all that stuff like that in the house, while she's over here looking for the home and get her feet wet in LA. Now, I guess one point when they in the military or something like that, she convinced him and the kids to live in Florida. Now she said she's in LA. Now she's trying to convince him there. He's open to moving his family there because he said it's good. Yeah, LA is a good opportunity for him, for the wife, and for the kids. It's better opportunities, better school systems like that stuff. But she had to find a home. Now the home is, he don't want the home inside LA. He wants the home outside the city. So we'll have more space because he don't want to live on top of the thing. And I guess I understand when you so comfortable having your own space and not too on top of your neighbors, you don't want it because they showed the house that is like a big, I think 700 square foot whatever yard, 707,000. I don't know how many, whatever. It's a lot of square footage in a house, a big house, and like 7 point something million dollars. I said, damn, what kind of money is that? And not only her salary, he must have really got the money, and he's a real estate developer. So yes, he is making money on top of her income, so like that. So they could provide the lifestyle. So, but they talking. He agreed to give her time to look for the home, and it's like outside the home. Now, Britton said she wish she get more direction from Mac, what he looking for, so like that. So she could maybe, because she could have been find a home if she know more. But it seemed like you know your husband's taste and what he likes. So you know he's not going to be comfortable looking at places within the city. When they looked at a couple of places in the city and he's not comfortable with none of the places or whatever. And so you have to find something outside of the city with a big open land, big space of land, so he can live. They can live comfortably, and they can move the kids and stuff like that in LA, because summer's coming to the end and there's school year, so it's like you need to figure out when this going to happen. So I was that, and I said I wish it happened. I wish it works out for them, because you could tell it's like killing her inside that she's stepping away from her kids and she's not with her kids 24/7 as much as that Mac is. And with kids, like with a mom, when Brett asks her son, "Are you gonna miss me when away?" He said, I said, "What you mean?" That kid is so funny. They tell you the truth right up. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna miss you or not." And he's like he did miss her, but at the same time, he was like, "I don't know." It was like that. So I was like, "Oh snap!" So it kind of hurt me. It was like, come on, you all over there, because they opposite Florida to LA. That's way a big difference between distance. And she said that's a norm for them. They've been doing that. So it's like normacy in their relationship when they being long distance and not being together. But they need to be together. It's same with kids, and this kid's still so young. They have that balance back and forth, back and forth. That's not good. Now we get Asha and Dr. Larry. We finally get. Last week I called he was a psychiatrist. Well, he's a physiatrist. It's different from a psychiatrist. And him, Asha, and Dr. Larry is going to meet a family planner. No, what is it? To go to family planning and meet with an OBGYN doctor just to see her outcome, her options of having a baby at 39, because it's not possible. No, it's not impossible that she could have a baby. It's very possible. Women late now these days having babies later on in age, and they can have healthy babies. But at the same time, it's also you cannot ignore the risk of having a baby see late in pregnancy, 35 and up. So the doctor said, yes, it is some risk and stuff like that having it. It is not that much eggs and much that much rate of pregnancy and high and stuff like that for a woman who's having babies 35 and up. But she did recommend it's like, listen, if you want to have a baby, you want to get this done, you better have unprotected sex 5 or something times before the 5 or 6 days before ovulation, and some days after that. Whenever how much time you need to have it, you need to have it to do it. I see my Dr. Larry's don't mind because he's a man. Like most men don't not like sex and sex a lot of sex and have unprotected sex with his wife. He would be down with it. Now, that's that. And we come to find out more about how he's so a little bit hesitant about finance and everything. I should talk to Britain. And Britain said that's a bunch of bullshit because he has to make a lot of money to take care of his kid and take care of his wife. So it's not like the money's not the issue. So what's really his issue of having a kid with you? It's not about a kid because money is not a problem with him. If you talk about finance, he could take care of the kid by himself if he can. So it's not about money. So it's not other issues. It's other reasons. So we need to dig deeper why he's so hesitant in having a kid with Asha and why it's taking so long having a kid. Because it's not about finance. So we do that. We go from that. Now we get Shanique and Robert. Shanique and Robert is having a dinner date, and they've been together for 11 years. They've been married for 11 years, and he said it's no secret to having marriage, but he just said part of the reason why they have a long, successful marriage is because they have date nights. Date your wife. It's like, yeah, sometimes people forget when you get married, you just lose that side of it. It's like, okay, we don't have to take out a date, we don't do this. It's like, no. People, long, successful marriages does that. It's like, yes, if you have kids or something like that, have the kids have a babysitter or something like that. Go out. Date your wife. Make them love you again. Like, make them really, remind them why they decide to marry you. Go out on dates. Do stuff like that. When I work at, the couples have kids and they go out all the time because that's what makes them survive and have long, successful marriages because they go out on dates together as a couple and still they take care of their kids. So they go that and they sit there and talk about Asha and Larry or stuff. Now we get more insight of what's going on. Dr. Lisa been friends with Robert for a long time. So he said no. She been in baby showers. She been in a lot of functions. Everywhere they go, so like that. She's like a family. So she's not going anywhere. So whenever she have a function, she's going to be there. So Asha got to get it together or not come because at the end of the day, that's his friend. And he was uncomfortable because he was like, did you let her know that she is my friend and so like that, to let her know that I invited her to my party and she's going to be there until different functions, and people got to realize that we've been friends since residency. So, and everything. And he said before he even met Dr. Larry on that stuff that he was like, before that known Dr. Larry or met him, Dr. Larry was working something out with Dr. Nisa while he was on break with Asha. So he basically said it was an overlap between Asha and Dr. Nisa. Now, we don't know, but he's very adamant it was some overlap between those two. Now, Asha did mention that, yes, when Dr. Larry mentioned this girl and all that stuff, he said he was dating her when he was in residency, but they didn't go further and everything. She met him 2 months before he finished his residency. So I guess he was dating Dr. Nisa during the residency. I guess he didn't end up with her. He ended up with Asha. So, I don't know. So, it could be some overlap between those two because if you was dating Dr. Nisa in the residency and you met him 2 months before residency, he probably didn't fully cut off on Dr. Nisa yet. So, maybe there's some overlap between him, Dr. Nisa, and Asha that we don't know about. So, and maybe that's the issue. Now, that was that. So, Robert did mention some things, and he said yes, it was something like that. He said it's normal for a person to date multiple people when you don't have a ring, when you're not married. So it's possible that he was dating Asha and Dr. Nisa. So I was like, oh, okay. We'll see more. We didn't get Larry's side of it, but he did say that yes, it's messed up why they brought her there and stuff like that and crazy. But at the same time, Robert says she's gonna be there because she's not going anywhere. That's his friend. All right, so we get Dr. Noel. We get more of her side because we didn't get much of Dr. Noel as much last week. Other than that, she's good best friends with Asha. They've been known together because they was kids, and she was a dancer with Asha, but she decided to go smart and went to medical school and got her license. Now she a family practice. She a family medicine doctor, but she also mixes Eastern and Western traditional practices techniques. So she could say you get Botox one day, and then you get a Pap smear and a mammogram one day, and stuff like that, and all these different practices. So she don't define her practice only in Western traditional. She does Eastern traditional as well. So she had a patient named Lola who's suffering from anxiety, and she said it's very normal for people to just prescribe pills or prescribe medicine for the person, and that's the main thing they want. The patient said, "Fuck out of here! No yoga, it gonna pay me." That patient was not having it. She said, "No, give me some motherfucking Xanax. Give me that. I need this motherfucker. No, I want to do no yoga. I want to do no techniques. I want to go exercising. Give me some Xanax and not calling in a motherfucking day." And Dr. Noel said, "No, we're not having that," because she said she herself suffers from anxiety. I guess she had a kid. Now, it doesn't show that she said that she's married or not. Maybe she is, but she just said that she talked about her daughter and how she had a daughter at this age and everything, and she had a daughter, raising her daughter. She's 40 years old and stuff like that, and she was going through anxiety, and she had to go through some things, and she had to worry about, you know what, I need to do what I need to do and get out of this funk. So she developed, not developed, but she came across yoga and stuff like that and helped her out. So she's trying to get loads of things, that different reasons to help the person with anxiety, and different other reasons other than medicine, because sometimes medicine is not always the answer. I mean, yes, that's also good to have it, but it's very easy to fall back on medicine. You can have other ways to help you with things, especially anxiety. She just needed to control her breathing, control her life, have one with herself. And I want to try yoga one day. Maybe I'll just go find a class and do yoga and give me zen and de-stress and learn things and calm yourself. And she teaches how to breathe. And at the end of the exercise, Lola, her patient, was like, "You know what? Yeah, this is feel good." I thought I was in pain, because she probably thought that yoga was gonna make her pain and get more painful, so like that. But it wasn't that. She was shaking a little bit. You could tell she had anxiety and stuff. But she said she felt good at the end of the exercise, and she liked it. So I guess it was good. It's good for Dr. Noel, because she owned her own clinic. I think this family therapy clinic or something like that. So it mixes different things. And one, because I was like, why is she doing Botox? Now she's doing yoga now. Then she explained that she mixes different traditions. And one, it's not a typical normal Western society type of, or it's mostly Eastern Western society medicine practice, basically. I was nice. That's a good for Dr. Noel. Now, Dr. Amani, she sat down with her husband, and last week she mentioned that she wants to reach out with her father. Now, it is sometimes when you growing up not know who your other parent is, and you raised in a single household, so you want to know who the other spouse is, because sometimes you feel like you missing something. Now, after you meet them, will you decide to pursue more or not? That's up to you, but it's an opportunity that you should give your children the opportunity, or you yourself, if you miss the opportunity to have your parent, to reach out to find out who they are. If they want a relationship with you or not, then you find out from there. But she mentioned that her father left around. The last time she met him, or last saw him when she was 11 years old, he left. He had a drug addiction, drug problem. So he left in the streets, left the family alone. So she reaching out with him and said they've been texting him back and forth, but they haven't met yet. Since then, they were trying to work on that. So she trying to reach out to meet him, because it's like she said a part of him is missing. And she just wanted no answers. Maybe he's still a jerk. Maybe he's a good guy. Maybe he turned his life around. But I would not know unless I meet him. And I said, that's all right. If she wants to know, that's it. Now, her husband, Phil, was not having it. He said, no, he's bringing the bad energy to the house. He don't know who he is, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he wants to support his wife. And he feel like this is something that his wife is wants, and it will make her feel ease, so he gonna support her. So she texting her. He texted her. She texts her father, and the father responded back, "I'm at work. I will think about it." I was like, she said, "Oh, okay," and I was like, really? I mean, hopefully he does decide it, but to text that response, it's like, I like, it's a jab on her face. Like, she really hopeful that you say, "Oh yes, I want to meet you," or something like that. So he say, keep your expectation low. Don't make it too high. Don't get your feelings too hurt by having your expectations up here when you want him to be one certain thing, but he's not what you expecting him to be. Just let it flow. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm here to support you. I'm here with you. You have a family. It's good. And she understands. She just let it be. Cause at the end of the day, you reached out. You want him to. You say you want to meet him. He said he gonna think about it. So the ball's on his court. So keep your expectation low and let it flow, Imani, and you will get it. You're a beautiful woman, and it sucks that he was absent in your life for a long period of time. But you want to meet your father, that's your right. And if he want to come around, it's on him because now you put his things in his court. So hopefully he comes around and we see a storyline that she actually does meet her father, and we can see wow, what's the difference, what happened, and what, and if he's changed and he make his life turn around. So that was that. Now we get Jasmine. We get a little bit more background on Jasmine. Jasmine is half Persian and she has African American. So it was like she said, growing up is difficult because she had to fit in and all that stuff, and people, you know how it is with skin color, how people so deep rooted in things. It's like, oh, you don't look black, so you not black, and maybe she is black because she African American black and she Persian. Just because she's not dark skinned like y'all and don't have that color skin like y'all doesn't mean that she can't be black and she doesn't know your culture. And so they always judge her and say, "Oh, you wear FUBU? Do you know what FUBU means? And you is before us, by us, and you not us, so you can't be offended." So you know the typical thing that people, these kids does, that they isolate the people, they make her feel like an outsider, make her feel like she wants it. So she having this brunch dollhouse, a dollhouse brunch theme party. Basically, you come in as a dressed as a Barbie, whatever Barbie you inspired by, come dressed as a Barbie. A lot of cast members was like, "Oh, she's funny." Some of them was like, "Oh, that's Jasmine, typical Jasmine. That's what she does." It's like that. Dr. Marty said, "I ain't coming at no motherfucking Barbie. Hell to the no, I'm coming as myself." And other one was like, "Oh, okay." So she said BYOB, which most of the people they bring out your own bottle, but she said no, it's bring your own Barbie. So it's your own Barbie self. And so she had a thing at her house. The house was huge, humongous, big as it is. We never met her husband yet. She said she a doctor's wife, as her doctor is a psychiatrist. He does his own private practice. I mean, yes, doctors make good money, private practice make good money, but what kind of money he's making that he can afford that damn house like that? That house is fucking, sorry, it's freaking huge. Huge house. It's so big for one person to stay there because she said that he's always working. So it was like, what is he? What he's a psychiatrist? What? Damn, that's a bread to have that house like that. Don't get me wrong, doctors make money, but a lot of people say doctors don't make that much money to afford this type of house. So I was like, ooh. So that's that. So it was a pink thing. It was everything pink around. I mean, it seemed like it was a nice party. It seemed like it was a party, not, a good party. Drinks, food is a brunch, so it's a lunch food, breakfast food, drinks, cupcakes, stuff like that. They all the cast members came. Um, Dr. Imani came in as herself. She said she an inevitable black woman. I said, oh, Dr. Imani. Asha came herself. Dr. Britton was inspired by Claire Huxtable. She said that's the epitome of a black woman to her because she grew up biracial because she had black and white and so like that. So it was like, okay. And I said, oh, I like. So Jasmine came in a nice little gown, the black top with a nice flower type floral kind of thing. She a Persian doll. Shanique came herself because she said she always a doll. So I said, all right, whatever. And Dr. Noel came herself too. She says not spies. I'm just Dr. Noel. So I said, okay, cool. So they all came, and it was a big house. Even Asha and Noel said, "Damn." Noel's the one who said that. It's like, "Damn, what kind of money he makes? Psychiatrists make money, but not doctor make this much money to afford this house." So it was big and everything. They came in one room. So they went to sit down, and Jasmine said, she said, "How do y'all feel about this theme party and everything?" And Dr. Noel came about and said that she was offended us first because the Barbie standards is like what society makes feel like that's a standard. So she had a daughter. Her daughter was channeling the Barbie, and she wanted her Barbie. She wanted herself to be the Barbie, and she had to help. She had to struggle and get her daughter to understand that she's beautiful in the way she are. She don't have to conform to society standards. And this whole segment became society beauty standards and their feeling of beauty, what they define as beauty as, how they're growing up. Because Dr. Brittany said, yes, she wanted to see when she growing up, she aspired. She wanted to have her hair afro. She wanted to have her hair fuzzy because she saw a black woman being as beautiful as than herself. Jasmine was like, she wanted to, her sister. She wanted to be her sister. How her sister is the big boobs and full voluptuous body, so like that. Cause her sister, hers different, and it's like that. And even Asha said the same thing about how people define that African American beauty is not defined as standard as beauty. They always dismiss the African American beauty, which is true. Because sometimes society does push the Barbie as a white counterpart that have 6-inch waist and this and that and perfect bodies, no flaws, blonde hair, straight hair. It's like that. Even though now they push more diversity in Barbies, but still the beauty standards for a while was just that's norm. And if you're not following the norm, you're not the beauty standard. So it was a good segment to talk about beauty issues and stuff like that. Now Married to Medicine brings different issues into the franchise, and the mother said, accept who you are, love who you are, love your beauty, because everyone's beautiful in their own right. And just that's basically the end of the day, embrace your beauty, because no matter what, the way you go, people always go talk about what's the standards, what's right, what's beauty and what's not. Just love who you are and be comfortable, and just love that. And I enjoyed that message very well. So this is why I also said that Dr. Britton was kind of crying a little bit, because Dr. Britton actually had to sit down, and Dr. Britton mentions that it's tough showing emotions, because she said the emotions is weakness, and I like when people say that when you cry, it's a sign of weakness. A lot of people do feel that way when you cry. It's like me, I don't have no problem crying. It's like that. I may not show emotions as much in front of people and stuff, but behind closed doors, I may tear here and there. And sometimes when I feel I need to release it, I will release it when I'm really hurt. But I understand where people are coming from with crying. So I don't feel cry as a weakness. It's just that sometimes I don't feel like I need to cry as much in front of people, because I need to show that I need to be tough for everybody. I need to be strong for everyone. Everybody writing around me need me to lean on me. So I say who I need to lean on when I need the emotional support. So I understand, Dr. Britton, but I don't feel that the need that you clutch yourself and not showing emotions, because that's not healthy, because you human. Everyone's human. And then if families stop making these boys feel like they need to be tough all the time, and I figure like they can't tap in emotions, because a real man is someone who could tap in emotions and not express themselves, and not always using violence and anger, hitting someone as a way to express themselves to get their emotions across. No. You can express yourself being expressive. You can express yourself showing emotions, being vulnerable with your wife, being vulnerable around your kids. You can do all that. So it's not, if you show them that you're not crying as much, because she said she brought up her mother doesn't cry as much, so she always feel like crying is emotion, as a weakness, and I said that's not true. And a lot of people feel that way, and I don't feel that way. I said, you crying doesn't make you weak. You crying make you show strength to me, because you show that you know what's going on. You in tune with your emotions, and it's okay to let it all out. Because you bottling it in and not listening it out, it gonna hurt you in the long run, and you gonna start lashing out. It gonna affect your health. No, let that out. So I don't agree with that, but it shows that her being away with her kids, it is hurting her a little bit, and I wish that she not drag her feet and let this happen, and so she could get her husband and kids together with her. And because it could see, it could shows, even though she tried to admit that she don't do that non-traditional stuff, she's okay, she love her independence. It could tell that being her way for her kids for this long, and not only see her kids as much, it is hurting her. Um, so because the next day, Imani, Shanique, and Britton came and had a dinner together. And they want to clear air because she want to sit down with Britton and Imani and let them know that where she coming from and how the confusion and stuff like that. She wanted to talk to y'all, everything. She mentioned that she had to talk with Robert, and Robert said, Shanique said she mentioned to Robert that it may not be a good look because Asha gonna come and Nisa gonna be there, and they have history and stuff like that. It's an excellence like that. But he said, well, that's my friend, and she gonna come to the party because Robert said that's his friend, and she gonna be there no matter what. So you get used to it and get over it. Because he's not going to let her stop coming because he coming everything. He been a baby shower everything. So she's coming around. And he said, let her know that she going to be there so it will be no awkwardness. Shanique told them that she told Asha beforehand that Anissa going to be there. So Britton and Imani said, what? So if Shanique told Asha all this, so why the hell she's upset and why she mad like she didn't know that she was going to be there? So what's this dramatic? So I was like, I'm kind of confused. So part of me thinking that Shanique is lying, that she didn't tell Asha. Because I was like, why would she tell Asha that the girl's going to be there? It's like that. And why Asha feel like she's so surprised to find out that Dr. Anissa's there. So part of me believed that she didn't tell Asha. She just wanted to save face. But now, if it is true that she did tell Asha, now we need to know, Asha, what's up? Like, if you knew that she's going to be there, why still come and go this whole dramatics if you knew she was going to be there? I was like, first of all, I wouldn't even give a damn if she's there or not. If it's 6 years ago, that seemed like a long time, whatever residency, a long time. If you met him 2 months in residency, whatever time he finished residency, if it was 6 years ago that Dr. Anissa and Larry been together and stuff like that, so why you will be worried about an ex being there? Now, we don't know that they wasn't married or they was she was an ex-fiance or something like that. But all we know that she was an ex of Larry. And so if you know that she was going there, you decide to still come. So you put yourself in a situation and then you get upset about that, you know that she was there. So I don't know. Something about it seemed wrong. It seemed like Shanique was lying about that. She told Asha beforehand. Because I don't know why Asha would be so surprised if she knew about it. If she was going to be there. So that's me. So let me know how y'all feel. If y'all saw the episode, tell me if y'all think that Shanique was lying about that. And also, I forgot. Dr. Imani mentioned that she said the house that she was in, she said she liked the party, but that house looked like a drug dealer house, and that's how it ended. I was like, Dr. Imani, you can tell Dr. Imani tells how she is. She always keeps it real. She don't sugarcoat shit. So she said Jasmine house looked like a drug dealer house, and I don't know. I would not go as far as say it's a drug dealer house, but we need some answers because that's that house. If you see that house, the house don't look like a freaking a doctor's salary. It could be. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. There are a lot of doctors who make really good money. But I don't know to the point that they form a house like that. So, but that's what it was. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I see you all next week for Married to Medicine. Peace.